We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show, and this is a moment you probably all been waiting for. Yesterday we saw that video with Dave the Raw Food Truck Driver, and we said we would get an exclusive update on how he's doing and what happened and everything like that right now.
Right on.
Thanks for coming on.
How you all doing? It's great to be here with you, Matt, and I just thank you guys so very, very much. What's been going on with my health is I'm about 80 to 85% recovered, and what we're looking at is my speech is just getting better by the day, by the way, which is really good. I have partial paralysis, which is getting better, and I believe I'm going to be 100% fully healed from it. I'm really learning how to chew food and swallow again. So that's been a huge challenge. When I was with Matt the other day, we were having dinner and I bit my tongue, so that was the end of food for me for the day. That's how severe it is when I bite my tongue and lips. But
what do you have partial paralysis of?
Of the throat down
okay.
here, and then of the tongue. And I have no taste buds on this side, but I have taste buds on this side, and then there's something not quite right with when my digestion, when I need to burp, it's incredibly hard for me to do, and I have to force it. Sometimes it'll take me 10 or 15 minutes to actually burp. So I think that there's some kind of paralysis somewhere down in here. Of the esophagus, yeah.
And on the side of the face, too.
Yeah, and then there's paralysis on the side of the face. And then like last night, I had to sign something, but these three fingers, I can't feel them. So when I put the pen in, I can't make a signature like I used to at all.
So these are
I have tingling in this arm.
Oh, wow. So these are just like physical modalities on a conscious level. He's completely here, which I'm excited about. Like,
yes, man,
yes.
Thank you.
So I think he's completely healthy, and it's just motor skills. And you were actually telling me you were excited that this happened, so you can like show the world.
Yeah, actually, I am excited that this happened because. Truly, from my heart, the most exciting thing for me, not that I had a heart attack, not that I had a stroke, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but that this doctor came and he said, well, you know, some stroke victims, after 8 or 9 days, it can start to slow down the progression of healing, and we've seen radical healing within. Some it goes all the way, and it's fantastic, you know, just don't get, just want you to have a balanced look at this about reality. And I was thinking, my God, the reality is I can get this all healed through raw food, organics, vegan only, no animal products, and supplements. And it just struck me that the living life force, God, literally, has given me this incredible honor and privilege to not only delve in deeper to myself to find out really what's going on with the heart, not just on a physical level, but more on a spiritual level for me and an emotional level, but also that I can take this last 15 to 20% of paralysis and get it 100% better, 100% guys. And this is what I'm telling everybody. My heart is going to be beating right. My heart is going to be beating not on the top and the bottom off like it's been doing for years. My heart is going to be beating completely and totally right. I simply wasn't paying enough attention to it as I should have been. I've had this heart condition for years, and now it's time to get healed, and I'm going to do it. And the funny thing is I want to do it to prove to the world that it can be done through raw, organic, vegan, and it's to a world that I know isn't even going to listen to me. But you know what? A few people here and there, the ones that will be attracted to it, laws of attraction, they'll hear it, and maybe some more lives will be changed. And that would just so rock. And that's just the greatest honor and privilege that could be bestowed upon me. And I honestly and truly, I mean, I was crying when I was talking to Trace about this. From my heart, that's where I'm at, man. That, the wild grass juicing, oh my gosh, yeah. So I'm really studying up on heart and what we're supposed to be doing with it, finding a naturopathic doctor or a holistic doctor, and things right now are going smooth. Unfortunately, as a truck driver, I can't work for 6 months. Anybody has a heart attack, it's a Department of Regulations, Department of Transportation thing, so they yanked my medical card. And you can't drive without a medical card, but nobody wants somebody who's just had a heart attack driving a big rig on the road. These things I understand, you know. Even I would be the first to say, man, you have a heart attack, we need to make sure that somebody's not going to have another one while they're on the road with a big rig and take out a family or something, God forbid. So that's pretty much where it's at, Matt, and it was just such an honor and privilege to have you up here for the International Day of Juice Feasting, and seeing all the ladies that still kind of check out Matt even though he's married, and it was a lot of fun, man.
So, Dave did not ask me to do this. I just thought of this right now. I think like we should, if anybody wants to donate to, because you know you're not working and stuff like that, you guys can do so. We donated a bunch of stuff from our store.
Oh my God, did they?
Yeah, when we were done with our talk, we were just like, okay, take all this stuff. Do you guys have a PayPal email address people can do it at?
We do have a PayPal address. Pardon me, let me shut the camera off.
Camera on camera.
We do have a PayPal address, and if you sign in to therawfoodtrucker.com, I'll send out an email blast this week with that address, or what's another way to get to it? Penny Shelton's site.
You don't have like an email address right now that they could just PayPal to you?
Not right now, we don't yet. I have an email link, but with everything happening, I haven't been able to send it out.
Okay, I'm going to post an email right here below to send it to PayPal.
There is one that I can get.
Okay.
You can get it.
Okay, cool.
I'll give you the link. You can post it below the video. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
And one last thing, guys. I just want to tell you, seriously. I mean, I'm walking around having had a friggin' heart attack and a stroke. I mean, I got out of the hospital, you know, so much blessings, so much peace, so much love has come to me. But really, I don't know of anybody else that just gets out of a hospital is where I'm at on the healing path. And that's because we did not eat any of the hospital food. We refused at least one of the hospital drugs that they were giving us. And Teresa was able to make me green smoothies, low glycemic, and I have stayed 100% raw through all of this. And I really believe that the doctors kept coming in. They couldn't believe how fast I was progressing. And I'm just sitting here going, guys, we're drinking green stuff. That's all we're doing, you know.
Yeah, not just raw, organic, and vegan.
Yes, raw, organic, vegan, yeah.
He stayed totally true.
We passed on the mashed potatoes, heavy gravy, and turkey that they were feeding everybody with heart problems. We passed on it. We saw it. It was there.
It was a pile of goop we saw on this tray. He was walking around the hospital, you know, doing laps, trying to get a little exercise, and there was just this mound of gooey, icky stuff. It was like, wow, how can they feed that to people? It's not even alive.
It was insane. Yeah, and then they're telling us that, well, they can't give us cold food because of bacteria, right? Well, I looked at the carts. Half the cart is a hot tray and half the cart is a cold tray. So if you're not giving people food because of bacteria, what are you doing? You're spreading it all over the hospital, you know?
So you guys have never had a romantic relationship ever?
No.
No.
We love you. It's all good. We never have.
No romantic relationship.
Yeah.
I love him. He loves me. We're tight
that's
buddies. We're best friends. We're soul family. We're brother and sister in a sense, but no romantic relationship.
Nope.
So ladies, he's available. He's available.
Yeah, ladies, I don't know. This could be a rough one. There's 2 women on him all the time, I'm telling you. Seriously, it's not a joke. Okay, so one last question before we take off. You were telling me about the story about when you were you had the heart attack and the stroke, you were completely conscious, and the ambulance drivers, or just the drivers, were like saying...
yeah, that's right, yeah. When they were putting me in the helicopter, because I was so bad off, they thought that, you know, I probably had a brain hemorrhage, a hemorrhage in the brain from the stroke. So they really were talking about, you know, they didn't know if I was going to make it. I mean, these guys are talking in front of me, you know. But it was like, yeah, you know, they didn't, you know, what hospital we take him to and all this stuff, and if this guy was going to make it, because he was, they used the term tacking. He was tacking so high. And then, so anyway, I just remember I was there and I had such peace, and I just knew that I was in the living life force, and it was just like, you know what, if I go, it's okay, and I'll miss some people here, but I'll be with others, like Elena Love's son. I thought of Dominic, I thought of my brother that just passed away. I was just like, it's another plane of existence. It is what it is. And there was so much peace through the whole thing. I never had fear. I wasn't scared. I was just exactly where I was supposed to be, because I knew from this exploding love that I've experienced God in what I call the living life force. And it was just peace all the way through. And it was just, it's okay, whatever happens. I mean, people will miss me, I'll miss them, but whatever happens. And, you know, that peace is beyond all knowing. And unless you've been there and experienced that, I don't know how to explain it, because it was really just incredible to just not even be worried about it. It was so okay. It was almost like I was drifting in the moment.
And they were like, I don't think you're going to make it, when you were just like conscious and hearing all that.
Yeah, yeah, they weren't sure. So,
Yeah.
What do you think about that they're talking like that in front of patients? What do you think about that?
I don't want to say one thing or the other, because there was 5 guys going on, and they're trying to save my life, and so.
Right, but don't you think that
A little more positive would have been better.
A little more conscious about the fact that people hear you even when they're unconscious?
Yeah, probably. But I know Jim Cassell, it happened to him when he had his stroke. They told us much. She said, when can I take him home? They said he's going to die tonight. He won't be here tomorrow. So, make funeral arrangements. So this is common. This is just what happens. And the thing is realize that negative, words create worlds. Remember that, in your hearts, man, in your hearts. And I'm sure, what I've discovered with just talking to so many people that have ailments, that get a hold of me, is that 99% of it's in the head. I can sit down with somebody now and in 3 minutes know whether or not I'm the person that might be able to help them, just by talking to them for 3 minutes.
Right.
And seeing what their attitude is and where their mindset is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Well, thanks so much, Dave, for coming on.
Love you, man. Always.
Yeah, love you too.
Always.
Yeah.
To everybody out there in the rawfoodworldtv.com, right on.
Yeah, right on. And who do we got over here?
Angela Stokes-Monarch.
And Dave, the raw food truck driver.
Yes, and Beauty, Elegance, and Grace.
Teresa.
Beauty, Elegance, and Grace.
Yes.
And Matt Monarch, and we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Right on.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.